I used to. I used to, bro. Man, but guess what I learned? What changed that for me? When somebody told me there was a positive past. I never thought about that. Always thought about, man, when I talked about my past, I'm gonna bring up, I had my go-tos. My granddad used to beat me, used to call me out my name. Oh man, I had all my stuff. I could just give it to you, man, like that, bro. But then, yeah. And somebody said, okay, but what good happened back then? There's something called a positive past. Like, yeah, it was more good. The good outweighed the bad, to be honest. But if you focus on just those few little things, it'll make you think that outweighed the good. We had fun, man. My cousins and stuff, my brothers, man, we had fun. So I started focusing on the positive past, man. Why am I giving life to the bull crap that happened in my life that I can't change? And we'd be mad at people that ain't even alive no more. You know, holding a grudge against somebody who's dead and gone. And here you are supposed to be living your life, and that person's dead and gone, and they still got more power over you than you got over yourself. But a dead person, reaching from the grave, got more influence and power over your mood and the way you feel than you do when you got blood in your body and breath flowing, man. And we better focus on somebody and what somebody did that we survived. Yeah. And then whatever it was, if you survived it, you should be thanking God. I don't care what it is. If you sitting here trying to be a victim when you need to be on your knees, thanking God every day that you survived whatever it was, then you're doing an injustice to yourself. So be kind, man, to people.
I like that.
Yeah, man, be kind to people, man. Because some people walk through life like it's perfect, like they got it going on. They don't have no worries. But I guarantee you, man, they might be carrying something heavy, and just because it look like they got it going on, it still might be heavy. Be kind to everybody. Every human being you come into contact with, be kind to them. Learning how to master your emotions is essential if you want to live a life that you alone can control completely. Having absolute control and power over your feelings in any given moment is one of the greatest skill sets you can master. It's important to realize that whatever emotion you feel, you're not feeling it because you have to. Ain't that empowering? Whatever emotion you feel, you're not feeling it because you have to. You're feeling it because you choose to. When you go to the past and you think about something that happened or something didn't go your way, when you take a trip to the future and you start worrying about stuff that ain't even happened yet, you're doing it to yourself.
Sound like sabotage.
Yeah, it is. Self-sabotage. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You are the source of all of your emotion. I know some of y'all, that's taking a safety blanket from you. I know some of y'all want to keep that blanket like Lion is walking around on Charlie Brown with that little safety blanket. So you want to seem like, I just feel this way. No, you choosing to feel that way. I'm about to hit some stuff today, man. I don't care if y'all ready for it or not. You are the source of all your emotions because you're the one who creates them. You can feel any way you choose at any given time. Ooh, man. You can feel any way you choose at any given time. You don't need to have a specific reason to feel good. You can decide to just feel good right now in this very moment simply because you're alive. All this going over some people's head and I don't even care, man. I'm getting it. Because you're alive, you can feel good, or because you want to feel good. I decide, I can make a decision today that I'm not going to let nothing stop me from feeling good today. I can make that decision. Yeah, man. Yeah. I can decide it. And do you know how good it feels to have had somebody in your life who could twist the screws whenever they wanted to and get you to react however they wanted to get you to react? And they can get you to get mad when they want you mad. They can make you happy when they want to make you happy. They can make you sad and depressed when they want to make you sad and depressed. And for you to learn how to avoid that, for you to be able to deal with that person and them not be able to, they try everything they used to try and it don't work. Do you know how that feels?
Yeah. It feels
I know how it feels, bro, to overcome somebody or something that was a problem in my life because I allowed them to. And I kept putting it on them. Oh, man, they be making me mad. No, they don't make you mad. You allowing yourself to get mad. You in control. Because if you ain't in control, who is? Them.
the power.
You giving it to them.
You gotta take it back. I agree.
You giving them the power. If they making you mad, you gave them the power. Your body going to determine your emotional state. Keep putting your head down. It's going to determine your emotion. You see a person who always has their head down? We're going to talk about that. Whatever you are feeling right now is directly influenced by how you move your body. The way you feel right now is directly influenced by how you move your body. Oh, we about to get deep. Always keeping your head down and avoiding upright posture would push you closer to feeling depressed. There ain't nobody doing it to you, but it was my past. Yeah, because you keep going back to the past. We just talked about that. What value is it?
Even though.
What is the value you getting for going back to the past and thinking about what bad happened to you? Can you change it? Can you fix it? Okay, so your brain is a haunted house. Your brain is a haunted house with cobwebs and spiders and ghosts and witches in your brain, living in your head. You are a walking haunted house. Because if you ain't in possession of your own brain, somebody and something is. Somebody and something is in control of your brain if you not. In the Bible, they call it possession. Whenever you feel negative, you can hold your head up high. Even when you feel negative, hold your head up high anyway. Because when you lower it, you succumbing to it. When you lower your head, you succumbing to how you feel. And even if you don't feel good, you better learn how to control your body. Some good stuff. So whenever you feel negative, you can hold your head up high, pull your shoulders back, and take a deep breath. That's what you can do when you feel negative. The ability to put yourself in a powerful, peaceful state of will. I'm telling you, to put yourself in a peaceful state at will when you want to. To be able to do that when you feel negativity coming on and you can change that, that's power. Because you got high self-esteem don't mean you ain't going to get depressed. It don't mean you ain't going to get down. It don't mean you ain't going to feel bad. But when you feel it coming on, like when you look ahead and you see them clouds, them dark clouds, and you know some rain is coming, people start rolling their windows up, don't they?
Yeah, looking for cover.
Yeah. They want to put on the type of clothes so they can protect themselves. That's what you need to learn how to do. When you start feeling yourself feeling negative, when you start feeling yourself depressed, do not let that stuff overcome you. Do not let that spirit overcome you. It's the way you hold yourself, the way you carry yourself. You need to learn how to take deep breaths and take a step back when you feel a certain way and lift your head up even when you don't feel good. The ability to put yourself in a peaceful state at will is a power we all have. We all have it. Whether you choose to use it or not is up to you. But we all have this power. Using your physiology to determine your state of mind will help you make strong decisions and improve your confidence. The three major forces that determine your state of mind. We said physiology is one. Number two, to determine your emotional state is your language. Physiology is one. The second one is your language. How do you communicate with yourself? Language is something that comes in various forms, and one of those forms is your inner monologue, or the things you say to yourself mentally. Language can deeply influence your emotional state. Asking yourself, why does this always happen to me? You lost your power. Because the question is, why shouldn't it happen to you? Stuff happens to people all of the time. Good people. People who don't bother nobody. It was a lady in West Palm Beach just riding her bike, going over the bridge, and she dead. She ain't bother nobody. They just let the bridge up while she was going over it. Stuff happened to people. Why did that have to happen to her? Little 10-year-old girl just got shot and killed. I think of like about a 14-year-old. Why did that have to happen to her? Get out of that mindset. Why does it have to happen to me? Get out of that mindset, man, because that's a self-defeatist attitude. Language can deeply influence your emotional state. Asking yourself, why does this always happen to me, will create a negative state of mind. But if you were to ask, how can I benefit from this? What can I learn from this? Then you would see that it provides a more positive state of mind. The words you speak are constantly playing a key role in your personal perception of a situation and how that situation will affect your mind. How that situation will affect your emotional state. If you find yourself feeling negative or down about something, take a closer look at your language and how it could be influencing your emotional state of mind. Change your internal language. to turn your negative emotions into positive and empowering ones. So you got to change your internal language, bro. Never use the word against yourself. I'm telling you, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, this and that and this. What?
Well, but sometimes, man, some people that be in the wrong places, man. At the wrong time.
Okay. Thank you, Don.
Yeah.
3 major forces that determine your emotional state. Number 3, focus on the good. That's real big, man, because you want to focus on what you want and not what you don't want. You want to focus on your desires and not your fears. You want to focus on where you want to go and not where you don't want to go. You want to focus on your dreams and not your nightmares. Where focus goes, energy flows, and results follow. 7 steps to emotional mastery. Now, this is what you do, and we identified the 3 major forces that determine your emotional state. Now we're going to talk about this is what you want to do if you want to become a master of your own emotions. So, number 1, identify your emotion. We talked about that a little bit up here. Identify your emotion, because if you can't identify it, then it's going to haunt you. Because if you running around here talking about you finna go into a haunted house with your girlfriend, and you like, man, I'm so scared, then you are misidentifying how you feel, because you are not afraid. You are anxious. Because if you were afraid, you wouldn't take your butt in there. So you got to know the difference. You got to know how you're feeling. You got to know the difference between, I just got through watching the news, and they had a bunch of negative stuff on the news that they were just talking about, and that's why 2 hours later, I feel the way I feel. You got to be able to pinpoint it, because if you can't pinpoint it, every morning you're going to figure out, you're going to be like, every morning I have a bad morning. I feel so depressed early in the morning. And you ain't going to link watching the news every morning with why you feel the way you do. You got to learn how to start identifying, when did this happen? Why did it happen? When you're angry, why am I angry? Why? Because sometimes when I'm angry and I feel that feeling of anger and I think about it, I start unpacking it, whoever I was angry at, it comes all the way back to me. 9 times out of 10. Yeah, we push our anger off on people when really that belongs to us. You got to learn how to identify your emotion. The first step to emotional mastery is being able to identify the emotion you are experiencing. This is important because uncertainty about the type of emotion you're experiencing will have you in a struggle to respond accordingly. To help you learn how to better identify your emotion, ask yourself the following questions. What am I feeling right now? Am I really feeling this, or is there something more? The more clarity that you have and the more you work on identifying your emotions, the easier it becomes. Identify your emotions. Some of y'all are going to start doing it without even knowing you're doing it now, just because you heard it. Some people are learners like that. I'm that kind of learner. Once I hear it, I don't have to write down no note or nothing. I automatically start doing it. And some of y'all are like that too. You just got to hear it. And once you hear it, you internalize it. Your emotion. You got to learn how to appreciate your emotion. Don't suppress them. Learn how to appreciate it. Because most people, the opposite of appreciating your emotion, know what it is? Acting like it ain't there. Yep. Suppressing it. Or acting like it's not there. And that's the worst thing you can do. Because you'll take that stuff out on some people who ain't had nothing to do with it. You'll take it out on some people, man, they don't even know what the heck is wrong with you. They like, what?
Yeah, we're not.
That's not fair. Appreciate your emotion. Resisting the emotion you feel is not healthy and can make things more difficult. Resisting your emotion can cause uncertainty and prevent you from using the emotion to your advantage. If you think you're angry at some people, to use it to your advantage, use that anger for motivation to do it better in your life, to create a more positive life, a more independent life. Instead of being angry with people. On the other hand, because when you start feeding into that anger, instead of using that anger to better yourself, we're going to start thinking of ways to sabotage them. You don't want to do that. Above board and take the high road. Openly acknowledging your feelings and searching for their potential meaning and significance is truly important. Example, something suddenly came up and made you feel frustrated or stressed. You got to do something. Somebody got mad at you. Anything. Acknowledging that you're frustrated and what specific circumstance made you feel that way. Once you're ready to acknowledge your emotion and openly study it, you will be ready to move on to the next stage.
You didn't say no
Huh?
I said you didn't say no
Oh, I didn't? I ain't say no hoes?
I hear, I was listening.
All right, okay, cool, man. Cool, all right, cool, all right. Any questions, concerns about this before I let y'all go?
Well, just like you gathered that's empowering you to. I think people realize that, but then until it's really talk to you and you focus on it, that I am in control of my emotions.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't that empowering to hear that today?
Sure is.
The only reason you feel an emotion is because you choose to feel it.